Okay, now we prepared our paint. So one of the advantages of painting miniature today is that I can show you what I do on my palette. Um, and the disadvantage is that I don't really have a set for miniature painting, so all my brushes are pretty large. These are probably the smallest ones that I have, but hopefully we can work with that. And also my liner is actually not in its perfect condition, but let's see what we can do. Alright, okay, what I have here, I have titanium white, black, it's ivory black, but it can be any black, it's yellow ochre, alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, raw umber, cadmium yellow light, and this one is cobalt green. This one is pretty expensive. I guess this color doesn't exist in the cheaper lines. Alright, so let's start with the tabletop. Okay, I'm taking any brush that you want to take. So I'm taking just a regular rounded brush like this. Taking just a little bit of paint thinner, which is a little bit dirty. In my case, I'm taking white. I'm taking paint thinner because I want it to set a little bit quicker. I also have my medium, just regular medium, ready here in case if I decide that my canvas wants to work with medium, regular medium better than with just pure solvent. Let's see. Okay, titanium white. I'm taking a little bit of, I forgot what it is again. Cobalt green. It's cobalt green. Let's check on canvas how it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. Let's maybe for variety do some darker tones like this. And some of them will be mixed with umber. And let's see what we will have if we mix it with umber. It will be pretty much the same color, but a little bit muted. Okay. Lift it up. I mixed this color, but it's too high in chroma. I want to make it a little bit lighter, just a tiny bit. And it will become a little bit lighter in the future, I think. But for now, let's just cover everything with this orange color. And again, I'm careful with my edges. Taking my paint thinner again and taking my ivory black. And I want to make it very, very thin. Less paint, more thinner. And I'll just define the shape of this plate right now. And the bottom of the plate will be again, we will start with the darker shade of this color, and the darker shade of this color will be ochre yellow mixed with alizarin crimson. And more alizarin crimson, more ochre. Maybe a little bit of raw umber. So something like this. Maybe more alizarin crimson here, and even more. It will be a color that looks like that. Okay. Now let's just fill these negative spaces that we have between our pastries. Okay, now I'm taking, while I still remember where the tops of my pastries are, I'll take titanium white, mix it with my favorite brown ochre. No, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to take instead, so since we have a lot of warm colors here, the glazing will be should be a little bit cooler. So I'm taking titanium white, so here, and just a tiny drop of ultramarine blue. You can see, right? Okay, so our coffee maker is pretty shiny and it reflects a lot of light, and it also has pretty fast, pretty sharp changes between light and between dark and light sides. So, and we decided that our light is coming from this direction. That's why we can take our white. Okay, it's not comfortable to do it with the liner. I'll take my knife, and then I'm going to mix a very light silverish color. So I'm taking my titanium white, raw umber, just a little bit of it. Just a little bit of ultramarine blue. More white. I even take some of this color, which I used for my table. It will not hurt at all. Add more white here. So when we have something like this grayish color, Okay. The light comes from here, so we can add a stripe of this color to this side. Okay, a stripe of much darker color. Maybe I'll even add black, so when I have something like this here. A stripe of this color here. Until the middle line. Remember, we have a middle line here. And then, so we have here the same color. Again, we are going to add already this mixture, not the lightest one, but the, which contains more blue, to this ridge. Now let's do the same here. So why not to add that brownish reflections to this side and maybe to some of them here. Greenish reflections. Because the table gets reflected. Again, the darkest point should be here, so I am going to make it darker. Since I already have white, I'll just add the black. Oops, that was too much black. Okay, let's not forget that this is the line, the middle line. Alright, before jumping into the details of the objects, let's work on the background a little bit. So let's define the lighted and cast shadows on the tabletop. Okay, again, I'm taking white, cobalt green, maybe lighter, the cast shadow will be more green and raw umber and white, so something like this. Okay, so the light comes from here, which means the shadow will be we decided that it's morning, the light is diffused, the shadows will not be as sharp. Titanium white. Also, the cakes have their own shade and lighted sets. So now we will add the lighted set, which will be warmer than the shaded one. So titanium white. I'm mixing it here. I take a little bit of cadmium light, yellow light, and just a little bit of alizarin crimson. And you see my mixture became too red, so I'm adding more white here. Okay, so maybe this brush is not best for mixing. Okay, more white, more yellow. It's too high in chroma, so I'm going to take again a batch of white color, put it separately here, and I'll take a little bit from this mixture and add it here. And that way I will have that very subtle orange, warm orange color. You see, it's almost white, it's just off-white. Okay, and my weird brush. You see how weird it is? The light is coming from here, we remember that. So this guy has, I think we can go even warmer here, so I'll try to take this mixture.